Hey everyone, it's the Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for another edition of New World Order Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the Illuminati's agenda to use the Apple Computer Company to brainwash the masses in preparation for the transhumanist evolution, as well as prepare them to accept the mark of the beast. So that's what we're going to look at in today's video. Now, before I talk about that, I just want to point out some obvious signs that show that the Apple Computer Company is a sinister company being used in the Illuminati agenda to prepare the Antichrist kingdom. So the first thing that you just need to do is look at the logo. It's an apple, and there's a bite out of it. So what are they trying to say and symbolize with this logo? If you look at the official story, you're never going to get the truth. We're dealing with satanic secret societies. They keep everything secret. And if they expose those secrets, in fact, they die. So it is a very highly secretive organization. So they're not going to come out publicly and say, yeah, our logo is the forbidden fruit from the Garden of Eden that brought death and destruction and sin into the world. But they see it as enlightenment. So this is a symbol from Apple Computer of satanic Luciferian enlightenment, that godhood can be achieved by a bite out of the forbidden fruit. And this is what all these people are walking around with their little iPhones, and on the back of it is a symbol of Genesis, the forbidden fruit, the fall of mankind, on the back of our phones. But people are brainwashed. They don't even see this. They can even go back and look at the first Mac computer being sold for $666. You think that's a coincidence? Bite into the knowledge for 666? Do you not see the symbolism here that's hidden right in front of your face and they're just laughing at you? I mean, they use this symbol for the forbidden fruit. They use the number of the beast. According to the Bible, that number is 666. If that's the number of the beast, wake up, people. This company is using the forbidden fruit as a logo, sells its first computer for $666, then goes around calling its products iPod, iPhone, iPad, this, that. And we obviously know that the Illuminati use the Eye of Ra as symbolism. So it's no surprise that all their products start with I. And we have the forbidden fruit on the back of it. And the first one sold for $666. Right, this is all coincidence. Right. Also, a Apple store was built in the shape of a pyramid, and we all know that they love their pyramid. Novus Ordo Seclorum, the New World Order of the Illuminati, this secret society, this organization, the secret cabal of Luciferians. They also use the cube, and if you're familiar with Saturn worship, which is something that the Illuminati are into, you know that that's a huge symbol for them. So, in recapping, we have the cube of Saturn being used as symbolism. We have the pyramid being used as symbolism. The first Mac computer was just coincidentally sold for the number of the beast, 666. All their products are named iPhone, iPad, this, and, come on. You just saw what I present. Come on, people. Wake up. Now, here's the thing. We're dealing with such massive conditioning and brainwashing in society that people will still see this information and be willingly ignorant. They will stick their head in the sand and they will not want to see what's actually happening. And that is because the Bible is true. The God of this world, who is Satan, has deceived the minds and brainwashed the masses so that they cannot see the truth. Although they see in the physical, they cannot see in the spiritual, and that is why they can't see the obvious signs that they are living in what the Bible says is a fallen world that is under the power of Satan. They don't see the satanic symbols and messages absolutely everywhere. Come on, people, wake up. Okay, so now, why would the Illuminati desire to use technology? Well, you have to understand their agenda. They are trying to become like God. They want to become God. That was what man set out to do when man turned against God and obeyed Lucifer. So what I'm going to do in the description section here is leave a good video that really explains and details the Illuminati transcendence, transhumanist agenda, which is basically, in the movie here, they show you that Johnny Depp tries to wire his consciousness with technology. So he becomes one. He's the first human to achieve singularity, which is the merger of artificial intelligence with human consciousness. This is what the elite want to do. They want to, as you can see, they've been brainwashing the masses with this Darwinian evolution model, which is a lie, and it begs the questions, what's next then in the evolution? Well, they're going to offer it. It's called transcendence, the singularity, becoming godlike through merger with technology so that we become cybernetic gods. This is the Illuminati's final agenda. So isn't it ironic that if they're going to offer through technology to man the ability to be all-knowing, to have all knowledge, because you'll be able to just tune into your microchip in your brain and you'll be connected to the entire internet through your brain, so you're going to be all-knowing, supposedly you won't die, so you're going to be eternal. Come on, they're trying to become gods. That's what they're doing. And the Bible said that they were on this satanic, evil, hell-bent mission, this psychotic mission to become God. So they're trying to do it through technology, and you got to start researching transhumanism if you're going to understand where this is all going, how the Illuminati are going to use this company to make us desire it. And we already see it. Everyone's loving this technology. I mean, look at this guy. He wants to merge with his iPhone. He's already wants to be a transhumanist. I bet he'd be first in line to take the chip or the brain chip or whatever implant or DNA modification. If we just look right now, we see an absolute obsession being created by this company for their technological advancement. This is this is something we should be worried about. I mean, look at how people are literally just staying there all day and all night just for this technology. All day and all night, I bet people are going to be waiting for the mark of the beast. This technological advancement and evolution that's going to be offered, people will be lining up to get it, just like everyone today is lining up to get iPhones. This is the preparation to accept the final delusion, the transhumanist evolution that is going to be offered. Another thing I want to point out is the new smartphone that's being introduced is also preparing the masses to accept the mark of the beast. Now, the mark of the beast, it's not necessarily going to be just the microchip. I do believe that the microchip could be a part of it. I think there's a very deep spiritual component that goes to it. There's a lot more that the scriptures are saying than merely having a simple microchip, but it's definitely part of it because it's going to have you wired into this artificial beast system that's going to be created, this artificial intelligence, which essentially Satan will possess. I truly believe that AI is being created in the world so that Satan's consciousness or spirit can possess it. And this is what the elite are trying to birth, this artificial system where Lucifer can then start controlling people and artificially just have control over this world because he wants to be like God. He wants to be in people's minds and controlling people, and well, he wants to be more than just God. He wants to be God and an evil God on top of that. But this is preparation for us putting in the microchip. If you look, I mean, the microchip is going to be on your hand, and what they're doing here is having you start to get used to that area as an area, because this phone or this smartphone slash watch you can actually use to pay stuff. So there's going to be a pay wave option. And this is very important because we have to understand that they're going to introduce these things in increments. It's not just going to come overnight that people will accept these things. It's kind of like money, what they're doing with money. Before, it was basically just cash. At one point in society, we had cash. Now, the elite Illuminati had an agenda to remove cash from us, and they still do. They want a cashless society where everyone's microchipped. So this is how they do it. They start us off, we're on cash, then they introduce, bank cards. And then now, okay, we don't have cash, we have bank cards. Well, then on the bank card after that, there was a little chip. Okay, and then after you have the little chip on the card, so they got us starting to get used to using chips, then the chip now can be waived, just like the phone can be waived. So eventually, why not just get the chip, right? You see, because they're going to introduce these things in increments over decades. They're going to bring these things into existence. So we need to be vigilant as they take these steps in that direction to open us up to accepting this transhumanist Illuminati agenda. So I just wanted to cover that because everyone's going bonkers over the new Illuminati phone 666. We need to wake up and recognize that, it's not that technology is bad. That's not what I'm saying, because it's really neutral. But the sad reality is that this satanic Illuminati cult that is in power is going to use technology to try and become God. They're already trying to do it with cloning, with the transhumanist merger, the transcendence, the singularity, all that. So we just need to be vigilant and recognize that we need to think about technology a little bit more intelligently, because it does pose some very, very real threats to mankind. So this is the Vigilant Christian saying God bless each and every one of you, and as always, stay vigilant.